Voice of the street, voice of the people, inspiring the world.
Let us sincerely appreciate Omoyele Sowore for delivering his polling unit by ensuring that the illegal IG is relieved of his duty. We must celebrate Sowore for doing this great service to the nation. And the truth of the matter is that Egbetokun inherited so many enemies for his principal, which is the president, unnecessarily so. As a public official, no matter who you are, you will never, whether you're a politician elected or a civil servant or an appointee of government, you will never be in power forever. And Kama has come. Kama has come for Malami. Kama has come for El-Rufai. Kama has come for Egbetokun. Kama is still going to come for many people in this government because they will soon be out of government. So we must always be circumspect when we are dealing with citizens. I am of the view and the opinion that public service is a trust. Many of these people, including Egbetokun, abuse this trust, by using their office to victimize people. We cannot talk about Egbetokun without talking about Muyiwa Adejobi. Very evil fellow. Was going up and down, picking people online for insulting Egbetokun. Where's the power today? Where is the power today? So these are the issues, and we appeal to the new IG, who is my friend. But like I said yesterday, there's no friend in the jungle. If he refuses to do what is right, he refuses to respect human rights, the same way we face Egbetokun is how we are going to face him. With no apologies whatsoever. He must do the right thing. All these police officers, the president gave a directive that they should be withdrawn. I can tell you that still close to 100,000 police officers are with VIPs, and they are all in mufti. They've removed the police uniform, they are in mufti. They must go back. The new IG must ensure that all these police officers must go back to the barrack, go back to policing. The internal security job that they have abandoned, they must go back to it. That's the only way we can safeguard the country. The reason why there's insecurity in the country is because police officers are carrying bag and carrying phone for Yahoo boys and Yahoo girls and girlfriends to politicians and their concubines and the girlfriends of their children. Police officers have no business being aids to citizens. Their job is to protect internal security of the country. They should face that. So the new IG should have his job cut off for him from day one. He should respect human rights. They should not use police, the prosecutorial power given to the police, to prosecute or persecute any citizen because they've criticized any politician or any big man or any pastor or any police officer. Thank you.
What happened in court today clearly shows that a new sheriff is in town. The police prosecutor informed the judge that he has the directives of the police legal directorates to ask for a date to ask for adjournment in order for the police to do the right thing. We had the opportunity of informing the judge that this new police IG has realized that all of these frivolous charges that were filed on account of the personal gains and benefits of the former illegal IGP needs to cease and they need to stop. It was unfortunate that Egbetokun saw his office as a tool of personal vendetta against the lucid provisions of the Police Acts and the police regulations that mandates that no police officer...
With benefit of experience and history, Oshiomhole was never an activist. You can go and check this out anyway. And I will send you, after this show, a press conference we did in 1992 or so, where Oshiomhole and a guy named Pascal Bafia, he was a former NLC president, had a deal with Babangida to increase fuel price and supported it.
In 1992?
Yes, I did a press conference where we named him as the enemy of students. Because of what he did when they first started this whole fuel increase. Oshiomhole was part of it. Oshiomhole was never part of the pro-democracy movement. He was one of the few labor leaders during Abacha's time who was living in Abuja when all the activists had run away from this country. And I've said this several times. What Oshiomhole was doing at the period you are describing is what we call organized outrage.
Organized outrage.
You go and meet Obasanjo, Baba, increase the fuel price. We will fight small. You will come put them back to the place where it's supposed to be. You are happy, I'm happy. Wow. That was what Oshiomhole was doing. And I've said this openly, but since you have greater reach, he can challenge me that I said, and I will send you a copy of the press release and press conference, not even press.
The conference itself.
We sat at the press conference, invited the press, because that's how we communicated during our days. We did a lot of world press conferences, and we went after them. In fact, when Abiola's election was annulled, part of the places the students invaded was the NLC secretariat at Yaba, because they were in bed with the military, Pascal Bafiao, and Oshiomhole. They were the labor leader. He didn't start today with this Oshiomhole you are saying. He has been doing labor leadership for a long, long time. So they were the part of the labor movement that sold out. Kokori, who was in Pengassan, and
Frank Kokori.
Yes, they were the original people in labor who really shut down the country, and they were arrested and kept in detention. Look, I think Kokori was released after Abacha died. Wow. Ask why nobody arrested and detained Oshiomhole. Even small me at that time, I was going in and out of detention, including by DSS. If they detained him, it must have been an arranged detention.
But you get one video when they tear gas ammo under Obasanjo.
And that's why I say organized outrage now. You can arrange police to tear gas.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
They can arrange police to tear gas you now. But that was under. We are talking about serious fight against military.
So
now.
the one you just said now that is scattering my head now, because I'm now trying to marry it, because think. So we have activists for a reason. Activists for a season. For a season.
Yes.
Activists for a reason and activists for a season.
You mentioned earlier that he was the most prominent. He wasn't. The most prominent labor leader in Nigeria is Imodu.
Michael Imodu.
And he was one of the people first in Nigeria's history to be restricted to a city by the colonial masters, Auchi. The second person to be restricted to a city was Obafemi Awolowo, Lekki. Not this Lekki where you people are. There's still a real Lekki after Dangote refinery. That's where the real Lekki is. Not it's a real Lekki town. Is after Dangote refinery.
Not the face one here.
Not the faces you have here. And then the third person, of course, was myself in 2019 when I was restricted to Abuja for 3 years. So when you are talking about real labor leaders, don't mention Oshiomhole.
What of Joe Ajaero?
It is a secret within our circles that everybody knows Oshiomhole, to be Agaracha labor leader.
What of this Joe Ajaero now?
Well,
I know Oshiomhole very well. Oshiomhole has never told the truth before in his life. Yes, he's the one who said that if you join APC, your sins are forgiven. That's the only truth he has ever told. Yeah, he's happily lied. Fellow Nigerians, we have been disrespected tonight and not given the chance and the respect we deserve by a minister who came late to an event scheduled for 6 p.m. She's coming out about an hour, 30 minutes later, trying to tell us some nonsense about there was delayed in flights. No, we are not going to take this anymore. We have been taking this line down for a long time. It's been happening since 1960. We are not going to take this anymore, and we refuse. No. We are not going to wait. We are not going to wait. We are not going to wait. Don't advise me. We are not going to wait. We are no longer 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 going to wait. We are going to. We are shutting down this event. We are no longer going to wait. We are no longer going to wait. There's no true Nigeria here. No true Nigeria.
Thank you, my dear.
The true Nigerians are the ones that don't accept nonsense. You killed 20 people last week in peaceful protest. You are coming to do town hall meeting in America, the home of civil rights, and you think we are stupid?
Okay, you are just talking about civil rights.
Yes,
Martin
and our
Luther King
right.
was never.
I'm not Martin Luther King.
Okay.
I'm Sowore Omoyele. Let them come and arrest me. They deport me back. They can put me in jail or kill me when I get back home. I don't care. I'm tired of taking this nonsense. 50 years, misgovernance, town hall meeting, corruption for NNPC, killing of innocent Nigerians. 50 years now. Haircut. Fellow Nigerians, we have been disrespected tonight and not given the chance and respect
that has set Nigerian social. There is a statement that has come out of Abuja in the last 24 hours that has set Nigerian social media completely ablaze. And the man who made it is not just any government official. He is the National Security Advisor to President Bola Tinubu himself. Nuhu Ribadu, the man whose entire job description is to protect Nigerians from threats to their safety and security, stood before a gathering and made a declaration that has left millions of Nigerians stunned, angry, and asking very serious questions about the direction of this country's fight against terrorism and banditry. He described terrorists operating in Nigeria as, and these are his direct words, our brothers. He called the killings and kidnappings ravaging northern Nigeria a family affair, and he said that Nigerians must seek dialogue and understanding with the terrorists. That is the National Security Advisor of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, speaking about the people who are burning mosques during Ramadan, abducting schoolgirls, taking out soldiers, and laying waste to entire communities across the north. Our brothers, family affair. Let that sink in for a moment. The video of Ribadu making these remarks has been circulating widely on X and other social media platforms since Saturday, March 1st, 2026, and the reaction from Nigerians has been swift, fierce, and deeply emotional. Because while Ribadu was calling bandits and terrorists brothers and describing their violence as a family matter, real families, actual Nigerian families, were burying their dead. Just 3 days before this video surfaced, on February 26th, bandits attacked a mosque in Kebbi State during Ramadan prayers and took out 4 worshippers. Just 1 week before that, on February 18th, Lakurawa bandits took out 33 people in a single attack across 8 communities in Arewa local government area in the same Kebbi State. Schoolgirls abducted from Government Girls Comprehensive Senior Secondary School in Maga, Kebbi State in November 2025 are still in captivity. 2 soldiers were killed when ISWAP stormed the Garaha Mujili Army camp in Adamawa on February 23rd. These are not abstract statistics. These are people, real families, and their National Security Advisor is on camera calling the people who did this to them their brothers. Now, here is an important detail that adds even more weight to the outrage. Ribadu did not say this in isolation. Just 1 day before his comments went viral, Major General Michael Onoja, the Director of Defense Media Operations for the Nigerian military, said in a public address that Boko Haram fighters are still Nigerians under the law and that they may have erred, suggesting they should ultimately be reintegrated. 2 senior security officials in 2 consecutive days making statements that appear to humanize and rehabilitate the very individuals accused of slaughtering innocent Nigerians. For critics, the pattern is impossible to ignore. An ex-user identified as Malam Jabir, a political commentator, wrote that Ribadu's statement was reckless and that it sounds as though the bandits are winning and those in charge have no clear plan to end the bloodshed. Another user named Obiasogu David pointed out on X that within the space of a week, both an army general and the NSA had publicly described Boko Haram and bandits in sympathetic terms, one calling them fellow citizens, the other calling them brothers, and asked whether terrorism would ever end under the APC administration. Those comments are being shared and agreed with by thousands of Nigerians right now. Now, to be fair, there is a school of thought, represented by voices including Sheikh Ahmed Gumi and others, that argues dialogue and negotiation with armed groups in the Northwest is both necessary and pragmatic. They argue that purely military approaches have not ended the crisis in over a decade and that addressing the root causes of banditry, including poverty, marginalization, and lack of education, requires engaging with community leaders and even armed groups directly. This is not a new argument. President Buhari's administration explored various forms of dialogue with armed groups. The debate between military force and negotiation in counterinsurgency is genuine, complex, and ongoing around the world. Ribadu's comments may have been intended within that framework, but the way he said it, calling active terrorists our brothers while communities are not safe, is what has caused the firestorm. The timing, the phrasing, and the complete absence of any acknowledgement of the victims and their pain in his statement is what Nigerians are reacting to. You can believe in dialogue and still acknowledge that innocent people are dying. You can believe in understanding the root causes of violence and still refuse to describe the perpetrators of mass atrocities as family. That balance, many Nigerians feel, was missing entirely from what Ribadu said. So here is the question we want you to answer honestly in the comments today. Do you think Nuhu Ribadu is right that dialogue with terrorists and bandits is the way forward for Nigeria, or do you...
I've been told by head that about 29 senior police officers will be relieved of their position from today as soon as this is sworn in, because they are, of course, his seniors. They can't operate under his command. But to be very clear, I am not here to praise the issue. Of course, I'm happy that they finally agree with me that this man was illegally appointed, because they had told the country that he would spend 4 years. I was the only person saying he's not spending 4 years. He took my passport. I start in this country since last January, when he got the judge to take my passport, Justice Lehman, that the passport don't matter to me until we fix the police force. Because the problem with the police force is the reason why Nigeria is in this quandary of terrorism, banditry, and whatever you want to call it. If the police was properly managed and led, our police can take care of problems of terrorism. But even if you go to the airport, the Nigerian Air Force has taken over traffic duties from the police. So the police is failing because you have a guy who has retired and is tired, and you keep him as a police IG. But that tells you what is happening with even the person who claims he's president of Nigeria. He doesn't know his left from his right. He's just rewarding loyalty, even if it's against the interests of the Nigerian country and its people. But the same thing applies to the guys in custom, it applies to immigration, it applies to the civil. All of them have their tenure extended. And these are guys who are tired. There's a reason why they said if you are 60 years old and you have started 5 years old, you should let go, because that is biologically when people can no longer function as they should.
Are you also moving for the exit of immigration you just mentioned?
I have been on it. I'm going to fight to ensure that the immigration guys are removed as well, customs. Anybody that has retired and is tired should leave. There's no question about it, and it applies to the president too. I think he's tired. Yeah, I think he's tired. So
that he has been sacked regarding to some of the cases that he filed against him.
He has 5 cases against him, but I don't care what I told everybody, including the judges, that they were wasting their time, including that one in Kuje. All the cases from today, I'm just coming from court. I have another case tomorrow. I have 2 cases on Thursday. I have another case on Friday in Kuje. All of them were filed by Agbetokun to silence me because I called him illegal IG. And he went last week, as you are aware, to go and get the judgment, one Jankara judgment from federal, I think it's the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory. Don't ask me not to say that he's illegal IG. And that we shouldn't say that his son took 100 million naira from the police had been destroyed. And yes.
There were insinuations in some quarters that US wanted pressure on President Bola Tinubu to remove Agbetokun, considering the fact that he changed the external security architecture, but he has not changed the internal one. What's your position on that?
I don't know why you guys just overrate the US. The US doesn't care about you. I keep telling you, the US don't care about you. It's not going to. So if they remove Agbetokun, is the US going to bring in the police from the US to replace him? Of course not. We've been told by head that about 29 senior police officers will be relieved of their position from today as soon as this is sworn in. Today. But what transpired in court today is a situation where the DSS, in its lawlessness and irresponsibility, came to disgrace even the president of Nigeria. What is also very interesting is that the DSS should stop disgracing itself by presenting some of their most unqualified officials to represent them in public. The bottom fell off at the last minute when he said, I was not prompted by the president to do what I came here to do. I came here to come and to prosecute Sowore because his speeches were threatening national security. So when are we going to prosecute Tinubu for threatening national security when he said Jonathan was a drunkard? Was he prosecuted? When he said Obasanjo was a rotten fish, when Obasanjo was president of Nigeria, was he prosecuted? And several other things as freely said. But, this is a period that we must start questioning also the mental stability of these guys and our security services.
Voice of the street, voice of the people, inspiring the world.